Hey everybody, it is Mike, from Baltimore Rides here. It is about just almost 2 a.m. in the morning. It is my Thursday the 16th video. And good night tonight, guys. I'll be honest, this was kind of like my be-back night. Back in the saddle, 100%. Regular work day. Nothing crazy happened in my life. Yesterday was actually a great day off. It was American Education Week this whole week. And for those of you that don't have kids in school, what that means is it's a week where parents can come in and visit their kids, spend time with them in class, kind of hang out with them and, see what their day is like. And I was able to visit both of my kids yesterday. I kind of split my day, and I went and hung out with my son at his elementary school for the first half of the day, till about 11:30. And then I went over and actually spent a few hours with my daughter at her school in the program that she's in. And that was really, my son was thrilled. He's 8. He was just thrilled to see me. Obviously, anytime, dad can come and hang out with him, he's just, that's awesome to him. But for my daughter, I think it was, equally as special because she's in this special program. This has kind of been her first week back, not only to school, but also kind of in this new and kind of weird program that she's in to help her adjust back into, what's going on. And really, it's just her. I mean, she's in a classroom by herself with this teacher, so it's a very kind of strange process. It's very much not like regular school. So me being there, helped kind of, even just for a few hours, kind of break the monotony of just the two of them looking at each other. So it was a really, really good day. So talking about Uber, I drove local today. I felt like there was no sense in committing to the hour plus commute back and forth to Washington when there really wasn't a whole lot going on in DC tonight other than a Janet Jackson concert, which I didn't think was going to make a huge draw. So, and I know it's Thirsty Thursday in Towson, and the Towson kids always party on Thursday night. So my plan was to hang around Towson, and it really worked out pretty well. I did one or two trips into Baltimore itself. Kind of early in the day, like 2:30-ish, 3 o'clock. Took a couple people to the train station. But other than that, I was able to stay out of the city. And I was really kind of like North Baltimore. And in between North Baltimore and Towson the whole night. I did a couple trips kind of around the Beltway over into Owings Mills. I was in Catonsville once, but really, other than that, I stayed north of the city as much as I could, and it worked out great. I did 30 trips, 30 rides, guys. That's a lot. They were all little short rides. Did $196 and change, so almost $200. That was my goal for the night. I did not get my $30 kicker with Lyft. I only did one ride with Lyft because I had 2 cancels, which was really weird. But they both canceled like within seconds of putting the request through. And honestly, guys, just Uber was really active. It was a struggle to get a Lyft ride. I mean, every time I got done, if I didn't already have an Uber ride, back to back, I would put both apps on, and Uber always won. So that's that. I did a ton of Uber Eats orders tonight, guys. Probably like, I don't know, maybe half my rides were Uber Eats orders. It was a lot. It was a lot of rides that were Uber Eats, which, I'm kind of a pros and cons on that. If I walk into the restaurant, the food is ready, I grab it and go, that's great. Where it really sucks is when you get to a restaurant and the food isn't ready, like McDonald's. McDonald's is my least favorite Uber Eats. Their food is never ready. You have to wait. And then one of my Uber Eats at McDonald's just a little while ago, about an hour ago, was the dining room was closed. So then you have to sit through the drive-through with all the other customers. And that's a pain in the ass. It took like 15, 20 minutes just to get the food and get moving. So there's pros and cons to Uber Eats. You know, but sometimes it's just, it is what it is. So my last order was actually an Uber Eats cancel, which I rarely ever do. I think this is my second cancel with Uber Eats. Towson University, Emerson Drive, right where all the dorms are. And you know, I don't get out of my car. If I have to walk and leave eyesight of my car, it doesn't happen. Like, I don't go into apartment complexes, you know, actual, you know, high-rise apartments where you have to walk into the building. I don't go into college dormitories. So they come to me because I'm not leaving my car parallel parked or parked somewhere where I can't, and then possibly getting a ticket to wander around some frickin' college campus that I don't know my way around. So, you know, the case that just happened, I got there, I actually texted the guy on the way to let him know where I was going to be parked. You know, it's a common place where college kids, you know, have me wait all the time. It's never a problem. Then I got there, he wasn't there. I called him. I told him where I was. He said, okay. Then I sat there for about a minute. Then I clicked the button with Uber Eats, which is kind of like a different button, but it's a notify button that says you called and the person didn't answer. So they start the 5-minute countdown. He calls me again and I tell him where I am. It's right where he wanted me to be. It's right where I told him I was going to be. Like, everything is copacetic. He says, well, I'm going to be there in like 5 to 7 minutes. At that point, the countdown was already running. I waited the 5 minutes. No show. Cancel. They pay me for the whole delivery, which is like $9. And they say, discard the food. Well, the French fries got discarded in my stomach. Sorry. I'm not going to throw away really good food. I mean, it's McDonald's. It's not really good food, but I'm not going to waste food throwing it away. You know, that's just ridiculous. So that got me to where I needed to be. So went offline and heading home. But, you know, that's the reality, guys, is that I've only ever canceled one other Uber Eats order. And I think I canceled that one at the restaurant because it was taking too long. So, you know, it doesn't happen that often. Usually I'm pretty patient. If I sign on for an Uber Eats, I sign on for the Uber Eats. But I'm not going to sit at some college dormitory for, you know, 10 minutes waiting for some knucklehead. I'm just not going to do that. So in this case, I don't know, maybe he was drunk and he was confused. I don't know what the deal is. But, you know, that's what happened. So that's it, guys. You know, my number was 200. I made my goal. I'm very happy about that. I made a little bit extra money with Lyft, but it was only one trip. You know, it's not the end of the world. And at the end of the day, that's really the main thing. Tomorrow, I will be in DC for the rest of the weekend. I have a very good Quest goal this week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 65 trips. That's always the number. $170. So I will be making that quest. There is no doubt in my mind I will be making that quest. I'm not going to leave that money on the table. You know, probably end up leaving a little bit early tomorrow and Saturday to, you know, get down towards DC early. And, you know, that way I can grind. But I really like the idea of staying in the suburbs during rush hour. So I'll probably try and hang out like Silver Spring College Park until after rush hour, because I mean, DC rush hour is awful, and if you get stuck, you know, just wasting your time sitting in traffic, it just kills you. So, you know, maybe I'll do that, or I'll go to like Northeast, you know, and then stay in those suburbs. But you know, back in the saddle, guys. Good week so far. I've been using my stupid Uber gas card along with my Lyft gas discount, and together it's not that bad of a savings. It's like 7-8 cents a gallon savings, which is pretty good. So that might not be a bad way to go, is just to use the two together. But I'm going to sign off, guys. Get some rest, everybody, and I will see you on the road tomorrow. Later, everybody. Bye.